We're just testing our power head rebuild we've done for a customer in Roswell, New Mexico. We're in Connecticut, so he shipped us just the power head. It's a lot less money to ship just the power head. Then we attach it to our midsection in the lower unit. That's the part from here down. And we run it in our test tank, and we run it for 10 hours, so it's all broken in. We check all the systems. We use our ECU here to scan everything. Tells us how to set all our settings for our GPS, throttle position sensors, things like that. But there's things out of our control because we don't have the boat. And the reliability of your motor depends greatly on you, your boat, your fuel system, and your oil system. So this video is for him as well, Toby, and it's also for everybody who wants their motor not to fail. Let's face it, this motor failed. It might not be the motor's fault. In this case, we do know he said he ran it without oil, but there's other things like a fuel restriction. Fuel restriction is a blockage in the line. Well, these are two-stroke outboards. No motor likes to run lean and not have enough fuel. Fuel's lifeblood of the motor. So we actually added an alarm circuit. This is a $30 alarm. So this customer's gonna have two alarms. So we're gonna extend these wires so he can put it where he's gonna hear it near where he's driving. So we put this switch in here. This is a vacuum switch. And you just tee off a little line that comes off it, and you go to the line to a T. And what happens, if there's a fuel restriction, a little diaphragm will go and make a connection and set off an alarm. It's the best alarm in my opinion because I can tell immediately that's it, because it'll only go off at high RPM. So if the alarm's going off and I say, well, I back off the throttle, Tim, the alarm goes away. I see you have a fuel restriction. How do you know? So, because every other alarm, think about it, if it's overheated, the block will stay hot even when you back off the throttle. But the fuel restriction will actually go away because the fuel pump's not gonna be pumping as hard as when you back off the throttle. So it's almost always the case. So we have him check that. We also, for the oil system, this is an oil injected motor. So we're gonna run the oil injection. We're gonna require him to clean his oil tank out, wash it, and make sure that's spotless. Hook everything up. We're gonna make sure it's filled here. But we're also gonna have, and it's great for the break-in of the motor, everything in here is fresh, all brand new pistons and bearings. It's also good because it's the ultimate test for the oil injection. And you can do this on all EFI motors and carbureted motors. You cannot do it on a DFI motor. DFI is Optimax, HPDI, E-Tech, and E-Tech. You can't do those because they're direct injected. So on these you can. So he's gonna get double oil, which is really required for braking. But then you watch your oil level go down. Well, you know your oil injection's working, you're using oil. If the oil level didn't go down, well, it's not working, but you have oil in the gas, you didn't kill the motor. Let's figure out, in this case, it's a pressure system, so it pressurizes the tank. Maybe the oil tank wasn't pressurized. In his case, his alarm didn't go off, so we're gonna supply an alarm. We'll walk him through how to hook up the alarm in his boat. Now that's a separate alarm from this. This is just for fuel restriction. We're gonna say, all right, hook it up because we don't want to repeat failure. I don't want to do a warranty. He doesn't want the downtime. So this is all things we have to check. We have to make sure his fuel is clean. We're just gonna supply him with a Raycor filter and require him to put it in. It's gonna have a clear bottom. He can check. Make sure he doesn't have any fuel contaminant. I'd probably recommend he pumps his tank. I don't think it's sat a long time, but that's a good thing. Again, we're not gonna be in New Mexico when he does this, so this is a team effort. The reliability of your boat is your mechanic and you. It's not just the mechanic. If anything fails, it's a team. A lot of times it's a team failure as well. So we've done everything we wanted. Another thing that we have to worry about is what if he has the wrong prop? Well, if he has the wrong prop, he might go over or under the RPMs that's required for this motor. So we can say, hey, this motor wide open is about 5,500. If it's more, we have to change the pitch of the prop. So we make sure of that. Remember, this motor blew, so in this case we knew why. We don't always know why. We gotta get rid of all our possible result failures. So then we're gonna test alarms, of course. That's pretty much it. We cover all the bases, a lot of communication. This motor will run another 30 years.